Ladies and gentlemen, today's featured segment is presented to you by Radioactive Redhead. From Book 5 of the Warlock series, author Mike Bennett brings to life tales from distant lands as the Warlock ties up loose ends in an integrated campaign. North and South trade between Iran and Russia is interdicted by both cyber and clandestine insurgent forces. Israel has skin in the game. There are dirty tricks, ancient passions, and Turkish drones. America scrambles for allies against dark forces. We present to you the Zangezur Campaign, Chapter 2. Within the Special Operations Command Europe headquarters and building, down in the basement, of course, was the proverbial sensitive compartmented information facility. Sergeant Major Townsend would meet with some of the secure staff and discuss a con-op for Special Operations participation in a U.S. Navy 6th Fleet exercise. Exercise Seabreeze is a multinational maritime exercise co-hosted by U.S. 6th Fleet and the Ukrainian Navy in the Black Sea since 1997. Seabreeze is designed to enhance interoperability participating nations and strengthen maritime security and peace within the region, and is in support of U.S. national security interests in Europe. The U.S. Navy routinely operates in the Black Sea, consistent with international law, including the Montreux Convention. The main event of the Seabreeze 2021 exercise objectives was to incorporate the USS Ross, a U.S. Navy destroyer based in Rota, Spain, and assigned to Commander, Task Force 65 in support of NATO's integrated air missile defense architecture. The Sergeant Major would propose an adjunct to the Seabreeze exercise in conducting a joint counter-terrorist hostage rescue with the Georgian Special Forces Commandos, the GSOF. Opus sat back and listened to the Chief 6th Fleet exercise planner, a Captain Connor. Opus could clearly see the sparkling Surface Warfare SWO badge on his uniform. There was no SEAL Trident, Budweiser badge, yet Captain Connor bristled with self-importance. The officer rattled off as many buzzwords as possible while advocating for sweeping and grandiose maneuvers that reminded the Sergeant Major of the Del Daly type Ellipse Charlie Joint Special Operations Command exercises of the 90s. Flamboyantly extravagant, with every single moving part possible, they were extraordinary. However, they were not ever proven to be effective. An aide whispered into the captain's ear. The captain shut up. Captain Connor simply said, "Sergeant Major, tell me what you need." Opus said, "Thank you, sir. Pretty straightforward, as my orders were pretty clear. All I need is a SEAL platoon, a couple of SEAL delivering vehicle crews, and the use of a Special Operations Command asset. The Ocean Trader, currently at port in Bulgaria at the Atia Naval Base." Captain Connor stammered, "Consider it done. Is there anything I personally can do for you?" Opus said simply, "Thank you, sir, but no. I just need to bend the Senior Chief Szymanski's ear for a bit, and maybe whatever staff officer we can wrangle in this hour from Special Warfare Group, and I think we will have it sorted pretty quickly." Opus and the senior got onto a secure video conference with the commander in Virginia Beach for a few hours, and in great detail planned the operation. Quite purposefully, Opus did not elaborate on the specifics of the compartmented elements of the operation. The coordination and elaboration he did was just enough to satisfy the SOCUR staff, and it got the Sergeant Major the resources he needed. The general gist was such that the Ocean Trader was to leave port, steam to position over the horizon off the coast of Sokomi, Georgia, while the crew was to conduct launch and recovery drills en route. At a point to be determined, the crew was to launch 1 combat craft assault and 2 swimmer delivery vehicles. Swimmer delivery vehicles were to proceed tactically within 2,000 yards of shore, while 1 combat craft assault was to loiter in support. Swimmer Delivery Vehicle 1 is to proceed to deposit SEALs ashore, while the commandos hit the target, conduct sensitive site exploitation, evacuate hostages, and end exercise. The compartmented segment involves Swimmer Delivery Vehicle 2 proceeding to Sokami Bulk Maritime Terminal to conduct special reconnaissance. Of course, the Swimmer Delivery Vehicle 2 compartmented reconnaissance of the maritime terminal was a remnant to the campaign to neuter Russia's overextension of separatist enclaves in Crimea, Donbas, South Ossetia, and Abkhazia. Quagmire's matrix was exhausted with the exception of small harassment partisan attacks by Goose in Georgia. To the Sarkir staff, the terminal recon was presented as a target of opportunity to unilaterally conduct a hydrographic survey of coastal infrastructure. Doing so without the host nation's knowledge gave the sea breeze exercise a little more edge and made it sexy. This essentially sold the con-op to the Sarkir staff, who were far removed from any action. What Opus failed to mention was that sea breeze exercise was only for deception. The real operation would take place inland of Turkey in a city called Kars. The operational control element would provide command and control for the Sea Breeze CT exercise, which would provide cover for action for infiltrating a special package into a beach landing site west of Hopa, Turkey. Goose's last guerrilla warfare partisan attack had spun up a hornet's nest on the Russian military base in Sokami, located there to project intimidation to the Georgians in the Abkhazia separatist region. The resulting heightened awareness would lend some realism to the threat matrix, under which the Sea Breeze Swimmer Delivery Vehicle 2 recon SEALs would perform. For now, Goose's random partisan activities would have to be suspended. Opus and Herc would handle all the details on the hostage rescue joint operation with GSOF, as they had been training or coordinating 10th Special Forces Group mobile training teams well before the Quagmire operation. Goose and Ox would handle the beach landing site reception, staging, onward movement, and integration of the special package, and join that team on a to-be-determined operation in Kars. Follow-on operations ashore were currently limited to operational preparation of the environment. The Kars compartment was called Sapphire, a sub-compartment to a larger operation still being finalized and to which Opus was not yet privy. Opus knew better than to ask too many questions. If this preview broadcast has piqued your curiosity, the book in its entirety will be available for purchase from Amazon.com. Simply search The Zangezur Campaign by Mike Bennett and peruse a catalog of his latest works. Be sure to tune in to Radioactive Redhead to hear further excerpts from the Warlock series. This concludes today's featured segment from Radioactive Redhead. May your days be filled with good memories and laughter, and God bless.